My colleague Pooja Shali is also joining us right now from the newsroom. Pooja, who are the women and children of Delhi to trust? If the department deputy director turns out to be a rapist, a minor isn't safe in his care, who are the women and children of Delhi to trust?
Well, that's exactly the question, Paulomi, many would be asking now. In
Okay,
this case,
Swati Maliwal, Pooja is joining us over the phone line. Stay with me. Let's, Miss Maliwal, you've tweeted about this. You've said that the cops should act immediately, arrest him. But the fact is that the FIR was registered on the 13th of August. What did the DCW do?
The Delhi Commission for Women has just learnt about the matter. We've issued a notice to the Delhi police because I think they need to be held accountable whenever a person in power is concerned. The actions of Delhi police is very different. Why is it that they have failed to arrest this man? This FIR was registered and till now there have been no arrests. So we have asked questions from the Delhi police. We'll also be looking into investigating this person's conduct, because he was a part of the Women and Child Development Ministry. He was posted at the post of Deputy Director, which is a government post. He's been there for several years, probably 20 or more. So I think that all the complaints that were received against him over this period of 20 years, if any, those also need to be investigated and they need to be reopened and re-examined. Because it's very shocking and shameful that a person who's supposed to be protecting the women and children of Delhi is actually somebody against whom such serious allegations are made by a minor child.
So, ma'am, are you saying that you just learned of the case through the media? You didn't learn of it earlier when, of course, the FIR was registered on the 13th of August?
No, I didn't get to know about it on the 13th of August. No, I was not aware. I got to know it about it recently, and we are trying to take action. We've issued notice and we'll be meeting the survivor and we'll be taking the case forward.
Ma'am, don't you think that the government and the department should be doing some serious background checks on those individuals who are put in such sensitive positions? This is the most shocking part, that as you yourself just said it, a man who is entrusted with protecting the women and children of Delhi turns out to be a predator, a rapist himself.
I totally agree. I mean, I think it's very shocking. And you see, at the end of the day, this man was posted in the Women and Child Development Ministry. That is absolutely shocking. That's scary. Because I don't know how many people, how many women, how many children did he come in contact with due to his position. So I think this is something that needs to be investigated very seriously. And there has to be background checks. But you see, this person is a government officer. He was appointed years and years back, probably 2 decades back. So at that time also some background checks would have been done. But there has to be some ongoing scrutiny. There has to be a very serious, whenever an allegation is made, very serious action needs to be taken. And even now, you see, an allegation has been made. I'm actually very shocked to know that this FIR was registered on the 13th of August. And till date, this man has not been arrested. Why is it that the Delhi police always acts differently when a person in power is concerned? We saw the same thing with Brij Bhushan Singh. He was not arrested despite a POCSO case being registered. And similarly for this particular person. Why is it and who is it that, signals to the Delhi police, or they act on their own accord in a manner in which they dilly-dally a very, very serious...
we're hoping at least that's what our colleague who's tracking this case right now, Ms. Maliwal, is telling us. We're expecting some action finally in this case, possibly an arrest as well. Of course, the victim just came forward a few days ago when she was admitted to hospital because of anxiety bouts. Then counsellors, of course, were able to counsel her to an extent where she finally narrated her ordeal. But also the fact, it's very crucial to understand, okay, he was employed for about 20 years. There must have been a background check that was done when he was employed 20 years ago. But that ongoing scrutiny, why isn't there ongoing scrutiny, especially in a sensitive department like WCD, where you are entrusting individuals to take care of the women and children of the national capital? You hope that they're in safe hands, but they're not.
No, I totally agree. I think there needs to be an ongoing scrutiny, and what the Delhi Commission for Women will be doing is twofold. One, of course, we've issued a notice to the Delhi police. They need to be held answerable as to why is it that no arrests have been made so far. Also, at the same time, we will try and investigate whether the department or the Delhi police received any complaints against him in the past, and what action was taken on those complaints. The other thing that you're rightly saying is that there needs to be some kind of a mechanism for making sure that some kind of an ongoing scrutiny has to be done. Just because they are a government officer and just because they are on a permanent post doesn't mean that if somebody is a predator, that person can get away with it. So I think this is a very serious case. It has to be taken with utmost seriousness. And I really hope that the Delhi police immediately arrests this man and
Swati,
starts the investigation.